Hello, welcome back to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry. This is Finish It Friday, where we see what I've gotten finished this week and what you have gotten finished. Myself, the Wednesday video. I made this wall hanging in honor of National Sewing Machine Day, which was yesterday for you, today for me. That was June the 16th. I don't know why they have all these fancy days. There's something for every single day. But sewing machines has to do with us, so okay. Let's make a sewing machine wall hanging. So if you didn't see my Wednesday video, there's all the instructions there on my thought process and also my methods that I used to put this together. And then also Pat Sloan this week sprung something on us. I haven't done one of her Block Wednesday projects for a while. I just haven't been interested in what it was or something. Just not done it. So she had one this week that she announced. So go back to, I think it was her Tuesday video of this week, possibly, where she introduces that. Or you can go to ILoveToMakeQuilts.com and see the Block Wednesday project there and the guide sheets and whatnot. But anyway, it uses a book called Simply Jelly Rolls. So all you need is a jelly roll and some background fabric, and you can follow along with her Block Wednesday. This time you'll do 4 blocks each week, and I'm sure there'll probably be a 5th week with finishing and whatnot. I need one more block here to finish this week's. Up until next Wednesday we'll get another 4 blocks, I believe, for the following week, and I think that's how it's going to go for a month or so. I am using, I don't even know the name of the pattern, and I don't have the book yet because, like I say, she sprung it on us. I didn't have the book. I've got the book ordered, and a friend graciously lent me instructions for this block. So I am using Ladybird by Crystal Manning, and it's a lot of blues, greens, yellows and oranges, and it's florally. Here's a piece of blue just to kind of give you an idea. This almost has all the colors in it. It doesn't have any yellow. I don't think that one does. Here's a small piece of a yellow, and they're very demure, these blocks, with all this negative space around it. They're not hard to do, but they are a little bit time consuming to do, and I just didn't get that 4th one done in time for you to see all 4. But I will take one down here and let you see what that looks like. And like I say, we'll have 4 of these, and then the next 4 will be something totally different. And when we get all done with all the different types of blocks that will be made, we'll have our quilt top. So I worked on that a little bit. I feel like I've been just running around doing all kinds of sewing and cleaning and just all kinds of things, but I don't have a whole lot to show for it. So maybe next week I'll have a quilt off the Longarmer or something like that. So we have plenty of things to consider of yours this week. I went to the P.O. box and I found some more Blues Boutiques, which I will continue to be putting these together, although I've already got my first top finished. We're going to keep on collecting these. You don't need to send any right now if you don't want to, but this one is from Beth in Texas, and it has kitty cats on it. Isn't that cute? Can you see the little orange kitty cats? I like that one. And then I have a bunch from Deanne from Arizona. She sent a little grouping here, and I'll show you those. This one has frogs on it, and orange and yellow. This one has fish on it, greens and blues. This one's peach and navy, and it has little aboriginal guys on it. Here's a peach one. Here's one with, I think this is a seahorse. And she just got all her critters out. This one has birds on it. The birds are large, so you have parts of the bird all over. Very nice. Those are cardinals, I'm pretty sure. And then here's some more Aboriginal guys. So those will be going into the next Blues Boutiques. I had only this many left that I could use from your original grouping, so good going. I have a few that are sized a little bit wrong, but I'm going to use them somehow eventually. So I do have about this many that aren't quite right, but we will use those for on the back or something. So thank you, Deanne and Beth, for those, and sorry for waiting so long to go get those. You know, once I got the quilt top done, I kind of stopped going to the post office as much, not really thinking that, oh, there could be some more there still. So I did find those 2 envelopes. So thank you very much, and we'll get that going again once we see how our auction works out. We have to get our quilt quilted and all of that still. So yeah, it'll probably be sometime in July, mid to late July, before we get our auction going. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll proceed from there. Alright, so let's see what is in the email this week that you guys have submitted. There was a lot, again, and I probably won't get through all of them. So if you don't see yours on this episode, it will be on next week or the next week, depending on how many more of these are going to come in. But very good job, all of you, as far as sending in your finishes, because we've got a lot of good ones here. This one's from Kathy, and she made the I think it's called the flags, spring flags, from the Sew Sampler box. This was last month, not June, but May, I think it's what it was, from the Sew Sampler box, and she made that up. Very cute. I still have that project to do. If I do this with it, I'm not sure. I may use the fabric for something else. Very cute and good for you, getting it all completed. Looks very nice. This one is from Annie, and she said this was the first time that she sent something in, but she's been quilting since she was 13 years old. She says, I saw a picture of a Persian rug, and I wanted to see if I could duplicate it on a quilt. I got carried away, and the top is 123 by 149. I think you broke the record as far as the biggest quilt that's ever been shown on here. She says it's just a top at this point, but I will be quilting it on my Juki soon. Bless your heart. Doing it on a domestic machine. It's a wonderful upper body workout, she says. I love log cabins because they're so versatile. Yes, they are. You can just turn those all sorts of ways and get those patterns like you have here in imitation of the Persian rug. I love it. It very much looks like a Persian rug. So you nailed it. Good job, Annie. This one is from Gina. This is her most recent finish, and it was made for her friend's daughter who just finished high school. And the quilt top and binding is made with all batiks. The cream colored blocks actually have a design on them, even though it's hard to see. I used lots of pinks, blues, and yellows since those are the recipient's favorite colors. I did not use a pattern, but I did use a confetti style quilt as inspiration. The backing is an aqua minky and is so soft. My neighbor friend Jan did the long arm quilting for me. I hope that my friend's daughter loves this quilt when I give it to her. Well, of course she's going to love that, especially with that minky on the back. And I love the daisy pattern that was done with the quilting. And good for you taking a quilt that you saw and using that as inspiration to create your own pattern. So that makes it really fun and artistic for us when we do that. Very fulfilling, and you did a great job on it. She will love it. Carol, she said she bought this as a quilt kit, and they are cone flowers. And she says, usually I don't use a pattern twice, but I plan on doing this pattern with a different background and perhaps making it as daisies, black-eyed Susans, or even a sunflower. Yes, you certainly could. That's a versatile enough flower that those themes would fit with this pattern really well. She says it goes together quickly, and it actually took her longer to quilt it. Yeah, that happens sometimes. The pattern is called Flower Power by Creekside Stitches, and it finishes at about 27 inches. Very nice. Very nice. Nice hexagonal shape there. Very good. Debbie, she finished 2 baby quilts. Here is one done up in tans and kind of a, I'll call it like a dusty teal maybe. And there's a close-up of one of the blocks there. That's no easy pattern to do on that curve like that. Very nice. And then the other one is a brightly colored one done up in hexagon flowers. Let's see. She says the mini rings is a scaled down version of double rings. That was the first quilt. And that it was 34 by 46. And she used recycled men's shirts. And the grandmother's flower garden, the brighter colored one, was all from her stash. And she put Minky on the back of that. Yes, she has a light lavender Minky on the back. Very luxurious. For a cozy baby quilt, but not a padded floor quilt. Yes. Alright. Good job. 2 quilts finished. Awesome. This one is from Anne. And let's see, she has some more explanation here. Here's a small wall hanging that I just finished. This is very adorable. They are rain boots. It's called Puddling, designed by Wendy Shepherd, and the fabric is called Forget Me Not. The pattern is from Quilter's World. Probably got the fabric as a sale item from Fat Quarter Shop, a Fat 8th bundle. She said, I had a eureka moment with all the rain we've been having. I live in the Midwest too. Thanks for an opportunity to show off. Yeah, this must have been a couple weeks ago when I got this. But yeah, very, very cute rain boots. And they actually make literal rain boots in these kinds of patterns now, which I think are adorable. I don't have any, but next time I see them, I might get some. Tony. This is a flimsy, or in other words, just a quilt top that she has finished. And she said she made this for her local Project Linus chapter. She says, I sent navy fabric for the binding. Okay, so she sent it to be quilted, I guess. She purchased the undersea fabric in Hawaii a year ago, and have been looking for the perfect pattern since getting home. I found this in the April, May, and June, July issue of Fons & Porter's Quick and Easy Quilts. It finished at 40 by 51. It's not as difficult as it appears, as you make an oblong block and cut a square from the middle. When sewn together, it gives the up and down pattern. I see. Was really fun to make, and I hope some child will be happy to get the finished quilt. Yeah, that's very, very cute. I've not seen anything quite like that where it mimics the waves of the sea, and it works. It works. I like it. I like it a lot. Dolores sent in, she has some projects that she made with her bow tie blocks, our sew along that we're rounding up here, or winding up. But first she made a bag for a family member, and then she also made this, it's for her granddaughter. She used the June Taylor's Love Charm tote kit and Flower Girl fabric, and there's a picture of the inside. Very cute. And then this one coming up here is her bow tie baby quilt, or you could use it on a table. And there she used the black and white, all different sorts of black and white prints, and she quilted it up nicely. And I love the polka dot backing and binding. That is just perfect. And I'm leaning more towards doing my bow ties in this formation with the big centers and the big round, the wreath looking ones. I really like this. Dolores used all materials from her stash. She pulled a lot of variety of whites. That's not just plain white there. There's a lot of whites in there. And then a variety of her black and whites that she had. Very nice job. I love it. Okay, so next is Anja. Anja made a really cool quilt here. It's kind of a two-tone. She says, this quilt took me more than 2 years to make. The little pieces are 1.5 and 2 by 2.5. A windmill block with 8 pieces that finishes at 4 inches. Yeah, I would say that did take some time. So the quilt measures 52 by 84. For the quilting, I stitched in the ditch to outline the windmills. Cool. I just really like that double, black and white thing you got going on there. And then the striped binding, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, Beth, she has a couple of finishes here. These are 2 that she's done recently. And the first one you see here is a moose panel. And look at all that intricate pieced borders around it. Perfect. I love your setting there that you hung it in to show it. Really accents it really well. And then the other one that she has is a couple of shades of pink, a light and a dark pink with a gray. And she's done crosshatch style quilting on it. All finished and ready to go. I love a pink and gray together. Okay, the next one is from Marge. She says, my grandson, who is 23 years old, likes steampunk. And I had this panel in my stash. Thought I would gussy it up a bit for his birthday in May, so I added batting, quilted it, and applied a cool binding. He's going to hang it in his bedroom. Well, if he likes steampunk, you hit the nail on the head with this one. It actually says Steampunk Express on it, and it's of an elephant and chains and timepieces, all the stuff that you normally see in steampunk style. And yes, I think that binding is really cool. It looks serpentine around the edge. That's really good. I like that one. We have one from Frances, and she watched Wednesday's video and then sent me her sewing machine. She says, when I watched your video today, I knew I needed to submit this for Finish It Friday. It's a large applique design done with my embroidery machine. The pattern is from Creative Kiwi. Who knew one could make such a large applique in a 6 by 10 inch hoop? It was amazing watching the embroidery machine piece all of these pieces together. Frances, this is really, really cute. And yes, those fancy embroidery machines are pretty amazing. And I noticed that you even have the thread draped, threaded through on the sewing machine. Very cool. I love the flowers on it too, and the scroll. Oh, there's just so much I like about this. And then I think we will stop here. I have a couple more people, but there's several quilts involved, so hang in there. Yours will be up next week on Finish It Friday for sure. And the rest of you watching out there that have not sent anything in before, or it's been a while, maybe you should try it. See your great works up on the big screen. It's kind of thrilling, I've heard. So try it out. Send me something. If it doesn't get in the week that you send it, I will get it in the next week or the next week or however long it takes. I just take the next one that I have all the information for and just keep going down the line until we show them all. So that's what we have for this week. I hope you enjoyed our quilt show here, and I will see you back here on Monday for Monday Quilt Chat, and maybe by then I'll have a little bit more information about this for you. Like I said, you can always go over to Pat Sloan's channel and see what she's doing, and if you have that book, Simply Jelly Rolls by it's the Fat Quarter Shop that puts it out, but it's Sherry and Chelsea, I think it's their book, I think. I hope that's right. Anyway, I will see you back here on Monday, Quilt Chat, and then after that, another Wednesday video, and then back around to finish it Friday. This weekend, get something out to sew, get out those UFOs, start a new project, whatever you need to do to sew a little bit every day. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.